Hey everybody, how are you? It's Charlene. Give me just a second here. I'm gonna adjust my camera a little bit. I think that's good. Yep. How is everyone? Happy Tuesday. I know I was gone for a little bit, but I am back. So I hope everyone is having a lovely day. Hi, Christine. Hi, Rhonda. I am super excited because today I'm playing with the brand new release that just came out yesterday. So I've got a couple of fun items. And if we have time at the end, I'm going to show you some of my other favorites from the release that I'm going to probably be working with over the next couple lives here. So if you don't know me, my name's Charlene Madrid, and I am on the creative team here at Picket Fence Studios. I go live most Tuesdays at 12 o'clock Central. Good morning, Arlette. And we make a fun project every week with items from the newest release from Picket Fence. So, all right, let's see. I've been trying to move. Yay, it's finally working. I got a new monitor, and so I've been switching some stuff around, moving things. I have a new computer coming today, so bear with me. Things are a bit of a mess. So we're gonna start today with these two fun things. Let me switch you over here to my desk. Here we go. So we haven't done any toner foiling in a little while, so I wanted to do some toner foiling. So we're going to use this brand new pack of toner card fronts, Fall Fever. These are really fun. You've got mushrooms and leaves, and I like this one too. It's got like the leaves and ladybugs and berries and things like that. And there's two of each design in the pack. Happy fall, y'all. This cute little jar. I like that with all the fall stuff in it. And then this last one. So these are really great for fun and quick cards, but you can also dress them up, do some really cool extra things with them. So we're gonna take out, let's see, which one do I want to do? I think we'll do this one. And then we are going to use, this is a new kind of series of word dies. This one is the Autumn is my favorite color. You guys have probably seen these coming out over the last couple of months. There's another one this month as well. I can't remember what it says off the top of my head, but I might have time to show it to you, but essentially this cuts out the large word autumn, and then there is a scripty font that says is my favorite color. So then that goes across the word, or you can kind of arrange it however you want to. I like the way it looks when it goes across the word. I think it's super cute. So we've been coming out with these, I feel like the last 3 or so releases. So there are some fun fall related ones, and I think these are such great word dies because you can do a lot with them, but we're going to use that too. How is everyone? I feel like I'm rushing. My son has baseball camp this week again, except for he had soccer camp earlier during summer break. He's at baseball camp now, and he didn't go yesterday because he wasn't feeling well. We just got back from visiting family on Sunday. We went out to Colorado last week, and we got back on Sunday. Monday he wasn't feeling well, so now is his first day at baseball camp. And Mom kind of forgot that it was at a different location. And so instead of the normal 10-minute drive to where his camps are, it was 25-ish minutes drive. So I feel like I've been rushing this morning all over the place. But we're all good. He's safely at camp, lunch and baseball mitt and all that good stuff in hand. I'm gonna fix my There. So you won't hear my dings when my computer has notifications. So we're going to do some ink blending. Now, if you're not familiar with toner foiling sheets, essentially you have a piece of paper that has toner ink printed on it, and the toner ink will, when you add heat and pressure, you can apply toner foil to it. But there are lots of other fun things you can do to dress these up, to make them your style, more unique. You have this beautiful background image, so you don't have to worry about that. No stamping, anything like that. But then you can ink blend, you can alcohol marker color. I have a video not that long ago, I feel like, where I did a bunch of different stuff to show you ways to use toner sheets. Today we are going to ink blend over this, and we're going to use some really fun, bright but fall colors. So I'm going to break those out. I might not use all of them, but I have, let's get these on camera so you can see them, some really nice colors here. I've got Citrine, Mandarin, Rose, Cherry, and Amethyst. And I've got my blending brushes here. And we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. So I'm going to start here with the Citrine. And let's see where's my things? I don't know. They're around here somewhere. I move stuff around in my craft room too, guys. I'm just like all over the place, right? We're going to start out with Citrine. It's kind of a yellowy, little bit of orange. Now, the nice thing about ink blending onto toner panels is because these are super slick, you just like, the ink goes on so easy and you don't have to do anything fancy. I just work it into my brush a little bit and then put it on there. And so for those of you that have watched me for a long time, you know that normally I'm, do several coats and I go light at first and then build up the color. But you really don't have to do that with these toner card fronts because they're so slick. You're not gonna get any harsh lines or sometimes you'll get that dot pattern when you put your brush to your paper too quickly without working the ink in. You don't get any of that. They're very, very, very easy to ink blend on. So I'm going to bring in the Mandarin now. And I'm only going just a little bit at a time because I'm not sure if I'm going to put all these colors on here. I think I am. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to bring in the Mandarin. Now this is a bright orange, right? But it's going to look fantastic on this card. So look at that. Like, do you see? I hardly had any ink on my brush and it just goes right on there and it blends beautifully. Look at that blend line already. Super easy to do. Now I like to ink blend my toner sheets before I apply my hot foil. And you'll probably see other people saying you're supposed to toner foil first and then ink blend. Well, I've tested it out several times and it works fantastic. You're not going to have any issues ink blending first and then toner foiling, and then you end up having a much nicer result that way because you don't run the risk of your brush kind of pulling at the edges of the foil as you're ink blending. Now you certainly can toner foil and then ink blend. It's, personal preference. But I think it works better and looks nicer if you do the ink blending first. So this is Rose. It's a nice pinky color. And then we're going to bring in some Cherry. So these are fall colors, but I still wanted I wanted them to be bright and happy colors because I'm still in summer mode. Even though I'm going to start making fall cards, I am very much still in summer mode. It's, it's only started being summer here in Western Washington in the last couple weeks. So I can't remember who I was talking to, but they were like, oh, I can't wait for fall. And I'm like, don't wish my summer away. It just started. finally stopped raining. Thanks, Arlette. Yeah, so the colors, these are just bright, but they're yummy. I told my husband the other day, I got some of the new Distress Spritzes, and they came in the mail, and I was opening the box down at our kitchen counter, and I was like, oh, these are so yummy. And he's like, what are you talking about, you weirdo? What do you mean it's yummy? And I was like, don't you see pretty things ever and just think they're just yummy? And he's like, no. And then he kind of looked at me funny and walked away. So am I the only one, guys? Tell me I'm not the only one that thinks colors are yummy. All right, I've brought in some Amethyst. This is a cooler purple, but I think it works okay. Ideally, I'd like to have a little bit of a warmer purple, but I don't really have a warm purple from Simon. So look at that. Yum. Okay, I'm going to bring in and darken up some of these colors a little bit, the ones that I want to get darker. So I'm going to bring back in my cherry here and bring that right on there. Look at how gorgeous those blend together. So pretty. And I'm even going to bring this cherry, I think, up a little bit more into that purple. That looks great. And let's bring maybe a little bit more pink in here. Really work that into our cherry and our orange. There we go. And I think I'll go all the way back down. We'll just really saturate this. Now it does take a little bit of time to dry because it is a slick surface, but not terrible. And you don't have to, like I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit, but I'm not gonna like wait forever for it to dry. In fact, when you run it through your laminator or your toner foiling machine, it will heat it, and if there's any remaining liquid, I guess, in your ink because it's drying, it will evaporate. And it doesn't impact the foil adhering at all, which is really pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Yay! Okay. Sorry, guys, I think I was off camera. Look at those bright, beautiful colors. Now, that did not take me long at all, and normally on a piece of regular cardstock, that would take quite a while to do all those colors and blend them all together. So easy peasy. If you're not a fan of ink blending, this is definitely something to try. Okay, get our colors out of the way. In fact, I'm going to move them off over here. We're going to set our beautiful panel aside to dry. And we're going to put these back in their homes. Pink, red, orange, yellow, and purple. Set that aside, and let's clean off our space. Clean, clean, clean. So that we don't get ink where it's not supposed to go, right? Now you could, when you're done adding your toner foil, you could do additional kind of like paint splatter or water splatter. I would be a little careful on the water. You don't want to put too much, but because it's a water-based dye ink, it will react to water. You could do some fun techniques like that. I'm going to keep it pretty, love that, pretty simple. I'm not going to add any of that, but that's something else to keep in mind, is that you can do those kinds of things as well. Just because it's a toner foiling sheet, It doesn't mean you can't like add mixed media on it, add whatever you want once the foil's on there, as long as you're not like really saturating the paper, because you don't want to run the risk of your foil lifting. That's the only thing you really have to be careful about with that. Okay. Next, we're gonna go a little out of order here because I want to give that a little bit of time to dry. So I just have a scrap of gold glitter cardstock here. Thanks, Rhonda. You know, hold on a second, guys. I don't think these are showing up so that people can read them very well. So I'm gonna do that. Let's try it again. Okay, is that better? Can you guys see the comments now better? Hopefully. So now it should disappear. Yep, there it goes. Okay, so I'm distracted like a squirrel. Squirrel! We're gonna cut this out of some gold glitter cardstock. So let me grab my die cutting machine. How's everyone's summer so far? You guys having a good time? Let's see. Will the glimmer foil from Spellbinders work with these sheets? So the glimmer foil is a hot foil, and it's only going to work with a glimmer machine. There are, I don't think Spellbinders makes a toner foil, but the toner foils, Picket Fence has quite a few of them. I'll show you real quick. I'm not sure if this is all of them or not, but they're pretty inexpensive. So I have all these. Hopefully you can see that on camera. And you can see, like, there's a lot that actually comes on the roll. It'll last you a long time. But they have all kinds of, maybe this will be better. Sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy. But lots of fun colors. And I just keep them all in this iris case. And it makes it really easy peasy. Today, I'm going to be using this new, I think this came out in last month's release. This is Fuchsia Sparkle. And it's like super pretty and shimmery. So you definitely want to make sure you get toner foil. Hopefully that answers your question. Or like, oh no, Vicky, it's not notifying you. You probably already know, but like click the bell and hit all notifications, and then you get notified about everything. That's lame. I'm sorry. I wish I could fix it, because you know YouTube sometimes is the bane of my existence, but there's not much I can do. Okay, I'm gonna run this through twice. And then set this aside. Maybe just down here. I don't think I need it again. And there we go. We've got our pretty word. Pop all these out. And then this glitter paper is kind of thicker, so sometimes I have to work the letters or whatever I'm die cutting a little bit to get it out. Another thing you could do though, if you don't have glitter paper, you could, if you have any of the Luxe, the Picket Fence Studios Paper Glaze Luxe, or the Paper Glitz, you could put some on some white cardstock, let it dry, and then die cut from that, and that would look really pretty too. Come on. Come on. There we go. And in. B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. And something I like about these new word dies that we are releasing with Picket Fence is they're very tall and thin, and that makes it so that you can fit these kind of larger words on an A2 sized card. You could like separate them out more if you wanted to, but I like them to, you'll see, be right next to each other. So when you die cut them, if you want to do what I'm them close together like this, hang on to your negative piece, because it'll be really, really helpful for placement later on. Now off camera, because I didn't know how long it would take, I figured it would take too long, I did already cut a word die out of the gold glitter paper, and then I also cut out a couple of white cardstock versions, and then I glued them together just to give the letters some more dimension so that they'll come up off the card. And so I did that already. I'll show you that in just a minute here. Let's see. Oh, and I can show you my trick. Okay, so here is the letters that I already did, and you can see what a difference that makes, right? Like this, here's the one I just cut out, and there's the one that I glued a couple of pieces of white cardstock to the back. Do you see the difference in the dimension on that? I'll show you on the card. It really does add a lot to a card, I feel like. So here's just the flat one, which is nice. Don't get me wrong, it's nice. And then here's the one with the white cardstock back behind it. It just, I don't know, it just elevates the card, I feel like, but not necessary. If that's not your jam, you don't have to do it. Well, here's how you line them up. And, oh, hi, Ray. I was, maybe someone else has already thought to do this, but I was so pleased with myself. I was like, yay, good job, Charlene. Here's what all you need to do. Line up your letters, and we're not going to do like the, push through and add glue behind, blah, 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 all that stuff. All you do is you line up your letters back into the negative space. And it's really easy. And then once you get them all lined up in there, kind of press them down so that they go in their homes like they're supposed to. And then, this is magical, you guys. Just take a piece of low-tack tape, put it over the front, push down pretty hard. My tape's not super sticky, so I want to make sure they all stick really well. Flip it over and pull that off. You guys, I can't even. Look, they're all perfectly lined up. All I have to do is add some glue on the back and set this on my card, and it's it. I don't have to do anything like crazy, wild, nothing. So easy. So hopefully that's helpful to some of y'all out there in YouTube land. So I'll set this aside. And I'm not going to show you that yet. I'm being tricky. We'll see how much time we have, because I have another thing I'd like to show you. All right, let's pull out our toner foiling machine. I have a mini mink. I'm probably going to get a fuse as well. That's my guess, because I like to try out the different machines. I used the fuse at Create, and it did a great job as well. And I set it on 3 when I'm doing toner foiling. Now you can use, where did my brain go? Oh, a laminator, just a standard laminator, and do toner foiling. Now I've done that in the past. It's fine, like it'll work, but you're gonna get better results with a machine that is geared towards toner foiling because of the way it's built inside. It has more rollers, and it heats much faster I feel like, than your standard laminator. I know several people who bought just kind of like an inexpensive laminator off Amazon or something like that, and then they were really disappointed with the results, and so they got an actual toner foiling machine, and it worked much better for them. And that was kind of my experience when I tried a regular laminator. It was okay. It worked fine. But you're much more likely to get kind of like beautiful results, I feel like, with something like a mini mink. The other thing is it's a very small footprint. I like the mini ones. You can also get a full-size one, but I like the small footprint of this. When I'm not using it, it just goes, I take it and put it in my rolly cart once it cools down, and it's right over there under my desk over there, and that's where I keep all of my kind of like little machines. I have a rolly cart that I keep them all in. And because they're in a rolly cart and they're out so I can kind of see them, it reminds me to use them. There we go. We've got green. I jabbered long enough. Okay. So we have our carrier sheet. And we need some toner foil. So pretty. Look at this lovely sparkly goodness, you guys. And you can lift it and move it. I wouldn't recommend grabbing it from this way. It's not hot necessarily. Yeah, it's fine. You can lift it from that way, I guess, if you want. But I always pick it up from the sides. I like to use a slide trimmer when I'm cutting my foil because I am kind of neurotic about how things cut. So I like to keep things nice and neat, and to do that I use a slide trimmer because it just cuts through the foil really easily and keeps it nice and straight. But you could use scissors. Scissors work just as well. That's just my little thing. This was my first paper trimmer. I've had this paper trimmer for, gosh, I think I bought this when I was in high school. I mean, it's old, y'all. I've had it a long time. But the blades, I don't like to use it as my like regular paper trimmer because the blades don't last very long in my opinion. So regularly for my paper, I use a guillotine style trimmer. So you just want to cut enough foil that it's going to cover your card front. And then I always recommend using a soft bristle brush or a Swiffer just to wipe off your paper and to wipe off your foil. This is going to get any little stray hairs or pieces of dust or dirt or dog fur, whatever, off everything, so that way you don't get any missed spots in your foil. And then all you have to do is lay your foil over the top of your sheet. It's okay if it goes across the edges, okay? It's not going to hurt anything by it going over the edges. And then Vicky. Well, I'm 43. I know a lady's never supposed to tell her age, but you know what? I'm happy to be 43, and I am looking forward to hopefully many more years. We'll see. But then you just throw it in your carrier. I lost this for a while. I think last time we did toner foiling, I couldn't find it. I found it, you guys. And it was literally where it was supposed to be. It was just behind like another stamp bag, and apparently my brain was not working that day. But I did find them. I graduated from high school in 1998. It's funny, I'm what's considered an elder millennial, or sometimes called a zennial. I'm like in this little micro generation between millennials and Gen X. All right, biggest tip I can give you. Vicky, will you adopt me? Please. You'd be a cool mom. And then I'd have someone to craft with. All right. Biggest tip I can give you about toner foiling, you guys. Let it cool off, okay? It's so tempting to just like rip that foil off right away. You're more likely to peel areas that aren't supposed to like come up if you don't let it cool. So this is pretty cool. And you can tell it's cool when it starts to just like easily lift, right? This is coming off super easy. There we go. And look at our shiny foil. So pretty. Yum, yum, yum. And then you can save your negative and use it on some toner cardstock. Picket Fence has it in like a million different colors. Okay, maybe not a million, but there's a lot. Arlette, you're 52. Woohoo! See, I think we should be proud of our ages. I'll be happy, y'all, if I make it. My grandmother is still around because my mom had me when she was really young. She was 17 when she had me. But my grandmother's in her 80s, and she is like fierce, you guys. She does crafts and paints and sews and does all these things. And we're going to visit in August, end of August, I think. No, when are we going? Beginning of August. And she told us to pick out karaoke songs because we're going to be doing karaoke at the community center one of the days we're there. So that's my grandmother. I can only hope to accomplish that when I am her age. I love it. Okay, let's move this out of the way. I always let it cool off before I put it away. But now we have our pretty toner foiled piece here. So pretty. So like I said, you could add more to it at this point if you wanted to, but I think like the ink blending and the shiny pretty foil just does plenty. It speaks for itself. So let's bring back in this and this and this. All right, we'll start by gluing our autumn word down. So we can just dot the back with some glue. And I don't put very much. I like the glue press because it gives me a lot of control over the amount of glue I add. I have enabled a couple of my friends recently to get the glue press, and they are all really happy with it. So that makes me happy. They are in stock again at Picket Fence. They are in the link. If anybody is interested in anything I'm using today or wants to check out the new release, wants to look at the glue press, there is a link at the top of the chat, and then there's also the supplies are linked in the description. I of course very much appreciate if you guys shop through my links, because those are affiliate links, so I get a small commission if you purchase through those links, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. It just helps me to pay for all of my stuff for these lives. Okay, I think it's a little crooked. How does that look, guys? I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, I think so. So then I just press down. We can just leave that right on there with the tape while that glue is drying. And that'll be right in the perfect spot. Yay. Okay. Hey, Sherry. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
Oh, did you hear her? Did you hear S-I-R-I? She thinks I'm talking to her, not talking to her. Let's see, what did you say, Ray? Another use for negative pieces to add alcohol in backgrounds while they still have wettish spots. Just dab into the wet spots to lift the foil. Yep. Yeah, you can definitely do that. There are all kinds of cool things you can do with the negatives for sure. Okay, for the word, I'm going to set this aside so I don't mess it up with my die cutting machine, guys. Let's bring that back in. And here we go. Get a piece of white cardstock. Nothing fancy. This is just a piece of 80-pound Nina cardstock. And we will run this through. Run it through twice. And I like to hold my plate down. Just don't let your little fingers get in there. That would be bad, because then it helps prevent your die from skipping. I think it's the eye, the tittle. Where'd it go? Is it there? Yes, okay. Those sneaky little tittles are always trying to run away. Now, here is your next fun little tip. Don't take it off yet. Don't pull it up. Take your tape, your low-tack tape, put it right over the top, because we are going to pick this whole thing up with our tape. So I'm going to burnish it down to make sure we get everything. Come on. And it should pick everything up still. I'm losing one of the only thing it didn't pick up was my little tittle from the favorite. But now what we can do is I can come in here and just work this off of the tape, but hang on to the words and the tittle and everything, so that way this is helpful for a number of reasons. One, keeps everything nice and lined up, and two, if you're doing all of your die cutting at once, then you don't have to worry about losing pieces, especially when you're working with these tiny little words like this. And again, it will make it easy to glue. All right, there we go. Tip 2 for the day. I'm full of useful information, y'all. So useful. All right, I'm gonna get this little tiny baby that didn't want to come up. Come on. And it's so small. We don't want to lose you, little baby. Let's pick you up again. And put you on the tape. Go on. Go live on the tape. You don't want to live on the wax tool. Oh, apparently you think you do. No. You don't get to stay there. Well, it doesn't want to cooperate, guys. So, we'll have to do it this way. Come on. There. Stay. Okay. Now we have everything there. Any of the little inset pieces you could leave and just not add glue on them. I like to go ahead and just pop them out so I don't have to worry about it. And then they're just out of the way. and don't get accidentally glued to anything. Most of them came off when we were picking it up onto the tape. I think that's all of them. Not missing any. Nope, we're good. Okay. Set that there. Get this out of the way. Use my little handy dandy vacuum that I love. It makes my heart happy. And we'll bring back in our ink blended piece. The glue should be nice and dry now, so we can just pull that right up. Look how cool. You'd be looking for bling this up. Yeah, I know those teeny tiny little dots sometimes are a pain in the butt, but you can always use a little drop of like a little gem, or you can use some white gel pen. It's a little bit trickier when you're adding things over a word because you're not necessarily sure where things are going to fall. So now we've got to add some glue. Now you just want to just put a little bit of glue on there. Not much. There's lots of different ways you could do this to try and keep from over gluing. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly tap everything with a tissue once I have added the glue on there. So that way we don't have excess kind of glue smooshing out everywhere. And we'll adjust as we need to. Gotta be ready to adjust, everybody. That's card making, right? You gotta be flexible. Because not everything goes like it's supposed to. Okay, now, like I said, I'm just gonna lightly kind of pick up. Oh, that darn eye from the favorite does not want to play nice. It moved when I was dotting everything. That's all right. We're just going to pull it off to the side. Okay, here we go. Now I can kind of see through my tape. I don't know, can you guys see that? I can kind of see through my tape, so I can sort of see where everything is going to hit. So I'm going to bring this right across the center. I'm going to make sure my card panel is straight. And some of these things you'll see are not going to be right on the word. So like my is going to drop down, and that's okay. It'll be on the background. And we're going to trim that area that says color, I think, to bring it down onto the background as well. We'll see. I'm just going to make sure to get that glue nice and worked on there. I think we'll actually be okay with it just sort of going off the edge. All right, let's see how we did. Oh, I forgot about my little thing. I forgot about it. Bye, Susan. You like your glue gun, Rhonda? Yeah. It's so handy. Okay, let's see how we're doing. We're gonna peel this back kind of slow. Now, normally I would probably wait and just let it dry. Maybe I'll wait a little bit. We're good on time. We don't have to rush. It's okay. I'll have a drink of coffee. But you could definitely put an acrylic block on to sort of help weight it in order to get that glue to settle down and adhere. And especially if you're working with something like glitter paper, right? Because glitter paper is not really porous. So the glue can take a little bit longer to dry when you're working with glitter paper than it would with, say, a colored cardstock or something like that. And now I'm going to show you real quick here. Maybe while that's drying, since we do have some time, I'm going to show you guys a couple of fun things from the new release. I'm not going to show you everything. Nicole, the owner of Pick Event Studio, she's going to be doing a live, I believe, later this week, and she'll show off everything. But I'm excited about a lot. There's like so many pretty things, you guys. It's a big release this time. Oh, here's the other word that I was talking about. This one is grateful because of you. Is the little script that goes across. And then look at, all right, let's just pull this out here. Look at these cool stamp sets, you guys. So pretty, right? This one I will definitely be using. Maybe next week, we'll see. But we've got a couple of sets that are illustrated by Kelly Taylor this month. We've got this one and an autumn cupcake. And just really cute stuff. Most of them have available coordinating dies, which is nice too. And then also, there are a couple of, if you're a Halloween person, we've got some Halloween stuff. These are spooky, very spooky and scary. Love it. I think these ones were released last year in a kit, and now they're being released to the general public. But so many things. I'm not going to show you anything else. I'll leave the rest of it a surprise. But go check out the new release. And if you go through my link, that would be awesome. Okay. Hopefully we've given this enough time to dry now. Oh yeah, it's peeling up much easier already. Come on. I say that and then it doesn't want to come off. Spoke too soon, y'all. There it goes. Go down. Okay. A little bit of glue for our tittle there. Stuck on my finger. And we can add a little glue here for our tittle over the eye. And pop that down there. Oop. Oh, come on, you little bugger. There we go. I have a tendency to poke at things and then that like makes it worse. It doesn't help. But now we have that fun script over the top there. Autumn is my favorite color. And I am just going to trim off that R there with my scissors. I'm not sure how far I want to take it. There we go. There. Isn't that pretty? Oh, sorry. You know, I don't know if my tools smashing down in my thing are loud or not. If they're loud, I'm sorry. But now look at our pretty finished card. Yum. Look at that foil shine. coupled with the glitter and these fun colors just screams fall. I think it looks so pretty. What do you guys think? Let me look over here in the comments. Favorite time of year, Ray? Nice. I think if I had to pick a favorite time of year, it's probably, oh, I don't know. Depends on where I am. If I'm somewhere hot, then fall is a good time of year. But if it's a cooler climate, like here in Washington on the West Coast, I would say probably summer is my favorite time of the year because it doesn't get, generally speaking, it doesn't get too terribly hot. It's very beautiful. Now I want to show you, I was trying out my colors. So this is from the same toner card front pack. It's this one. And I used one less color. I don't think I used cherry on this one. But you can see, like, this is very, very shiny because it has so much areas of toner, so many areas of toner that have been covered with the toner foil. Whereas because this has smaller designs, it's shiny for sure, but not quite as in your face, I guess, with the toner foil. So side by side, you can kind of see the differences there. Who wants a card? I'm going to give this card away. Somebody want a card? If you want a card in the mail, leave a comment. I'll give you another couple of minutes here to leave a comment, and I'll pick someone from the comments to send this card off to in the mail. And you would just need to email me. Where are my comments? Did I miss anything? I don't think I did. Okay, you guys ready? All right, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, Vicky Donnelly. Yay! All right, guys. I'm gonna send this to you. Send me your address at contact@dreamcraftcreate.com, and I will mail it off to you, Vicky, in the next couple days. And do you guys have any questions? Anything? I think we're good. You guys can't hear my mouse scrolling anymore. Look at this crazy mouse I got. Isn't that cool? I'm so pleased with it. Oh, thank you, Heather. Appreciate that. All right, guys. Well, that wraps up this Tuesday's edition. We're 4 minutes early. Oh my gosh, Rhonda, you have to try foiling. Absolutely. And I would say of all the foiling, toner foiling is definitely the easiest type of foiling. Now, I have it all because that's just how I am. And I like them all. But in terms of ease of use and quickness, toner foiling is definitely a great way to start out. Yeah, so I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Come hang out with me and we'll make another fun card. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, a wonderful week, and I'll see you again soon.